Hey, how's it going? This is Owen. I'm a CNET, and today we are on location in Phoenix, Arizona at the 3Z Brands Mattress Factory. Every single mattress from the brands Brooklyn Bedding, Leesa, Bear, Helix, Nolah, and Birch are made at this massive facility right behind me. We're going to be taking a tour, going through their entire production process, and learning how a mattress goes from this building straight to your doorstep. All right, so we are just about to start our tour of this massive facility. It is just mattress making machines as far as the eye can see. And this facility is absolutely massive. It can hold 14.5 football fields inside of these walls. And there are hundreds upon hundreds of mattresses that are made and shipped out of here every single day. So I've been testing mattresses for well over 6 years at this point, and I've never had the opportunity to see them get made in person. So needless to say, myself and everyone on the team was really excited to go on this factory tour. It's a mattress Christmas tree. Look how adorable.
Wow.
It's got a star and lights and everything. So this kind of scary looking device is creating the border quilting for all the mattresses. So basically you have your top panel, and this is the stuff that goes along the side of the mattress to, protect all the foams and the coils and stuff.
And then when that is finished, they're all rolled up here, and then we are ready to move to the next step.
So obviously there are a ton of different machines in this factory that help automate the physical labor that goes in to making all of these mattresses. But there are still a lot of people here who work in this facility who have tons of experience working with these machines, so a certain amount of every single mattress is actually still handmade.
Just like the tops, probably.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Going all over the place.
Yeah.
This machine is actually creating the top panels of the mattress. Just based on the look of this fabric, it looks like a Helix core model.
And then down here we have the roll of the polyfoam that is then being combined with the upper material of the cover.
So all of these pieces are the completed sort of combined top quilted panels and comfort foam. And then over here, they're actually stitching it together to kind of close this gap to make it look real nice. It is like shocking how big this place is.
Oh, I know.
Like absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
And then it looks like they have like duplicates, like many duplicates of everything.
Yeah.
So that's how I assume they have, how they keep the brands separated.
That makes sense.
Okay, so all the pocketed coils in these hybrid mattresses start as just this massive spool of wire. There's like 10 of them, it's crazy. And then it gets fed into this machine that then compresses them into coils and then wraps them up like you see in a pocketed coil in a mattress. It is a crazy process. So this machine isn't running at the moment, but you can see all the individual coils in there. They're just fed through the machine, and then they are wrapped up in this material, which is why we always say the coils are individually wrapped, because they are. It was really cool to see the entire coil making process from scratch. Previously, I had really no idea what it looked like. It's really easy to see now how they make different types of coils for different mattresses and how it can impact a bed's firmness profile. So these coils right here are actually extra stiff, and these coils are actually going to go along the edges of the mattress. We always talk about reinforced edge support, and this is actually a different coil than the ones being made right there that aren't quite as stiff and make the mattress feel a little bit softer.
So if you've seen any of my mattress reviews, there's a good chance you've heard me talk about pocketed coils before. They have pretty much completely replaced traditional inner springs in mattress making because they provide you with quite a few benefits. Namely, since they are individually wrapped instead of being one big interconnected unit, they are much better at isolating motion than old school inner springs. Foam beds still generally do a bit better of a job, but coils do it quite solidly, and light sleepers can now really like a coil mattress. Plus, they provide basically the same level of support and responsiveness and durability as inner springs used to. So pocketed coils are pretty much the way to go these days.
Okay, so as you can see, this is just stacks upon stacks of foam. They actually pour all these foams here. We can't show you that process because it's a trade secret, but pretty much all of these pieces of foam are eventually going to be in one of 3Z's mattresses.
So since we weren't allowed to film in here, this footage is actually provided by 3Z Brands. And the reason that we weren't allowed to film in there is because there aren't that many mattress facilities in the US that actually pour all of their own foams, which is pretty cool. So they actually have a person there whose sole job is to be essentially the foam chemist. There's slight variation between each type of foam in regards to the actual chemical makeup of it. And one thing you might be worried about with these chemical-based foams is them being somehow toxic, and I can assure you that is not the case. All of these foams are CertiPure US certified, which is sort of the baseline level certification you need to sell this type of foam in America. And we weren't required to wear any kind of protective equipment when checking out this foam pouring process. They went into some detail on how each foam has slightly different characteristics, like the difference between a sink-in, body-conforming, slow-to-respond memory foam versus a more responsive Energex foam, which is used in a lot of 3Z mattresses, including the Brooklyn Bedding Signature. One thing I did find personally interesting about the foam pouring process is that they all start as the same color, and then colors added later so that they can more easily tell them apart. Pretty much every mattress we test and open up has some different colored foams, and all foam really starts off as the same color.
And so we were just able to witness the foam pouring process. We couldn't show you because it's a trade secret, but this is a freshly poured bit of visco foam, which is essentially a type of memory foam. It's still warm, pretty cool. And these are the completed buns of foam. They're making several hundred feet of these a day. It's pretty wild.
And it takes only 2 days to go from here in this factory to be in a box ready to be shipped to your door. Every 10-ish minutes, they make 100 feet of foam, and because they have 75 bays here in the factory, they can hold a bunch of foam every day.
There are more than 50 different mattress models that are made here at this facility, and they cut all the different foams to their correct size and shape, and the foams have distinct characteristics based on the mattress model. Like the foams you find on the Nolah mattresses are much different than the ones you find on the Leesa mattresses. The foams we made here are egg crate foam, which is just basically a softer version of foam that maybe isn't quite as durable, but people really like it for its comfort.
Okay, so this factory is 650,000 square feet. They said it's over a mile to walk around the whole thing, so decided I would catch a little ride.
Once each individual component of a particular mattress are ready to go, then it gets put onto this really cool assembly line. And the assembly line is really designed to help make sure that the workers there don't have to do that much heavy lifting. We got to see their really cool sort of lazy Susan pop-up design that makes sure that they don't actually have to flip the mattresses themselves, which makes the whole process go a lot more smoothly.
So we have deconstructed the Leesa Legend mattress before, but it is really cool to see it in this form. Obviously, this is just the top two layers. We've got the microcoil layer right here, and then a firmer foam, which contributes to its zone support design.
There are a handful of 3Z mattresses that use microcoils to help provide a zone support design, like the Helix Elite models, the Leesa Legend, and the Leesa Legend Chill. Zone support helps promote proper spinal alignment by making sure the bed is a little bit firmer in the center third where you have the majority of your body weight. Microcoils themselves do have a pretty unique feel. They almost feel like a responsive memory foam, which is kind of the opposite of what you expect with a coil, but that is definitely our experience.
This machine behind me is compressing your mattress, vacuum sealing it, folding it in half, then rolling it and putting it into a box ready to ship to your door.
This is something I was really excited to see. I've unboxed hundreds of mattresses, but I've never actually seen a mattress go into the box, so it was a unique thing to take a look at. This machine is essentially what enables the entire bed-in-a-box industry, because without it, you would have to ship a mattress in a more traditional way, which is much more expensive. And this is why if you return a mattress, it actually has to be picked up by someone locally, and you can't ship it back because you don't have access to this machine.
All right, so as you can see, there are already boxes of mattresses ready to ship, and over 90% of these mattresses that are being made in the factory today have already been bought, essentially. So if you decided to order a Leesa mattress right this second, odds are it's already in one of these boxes. All right, so all of these roll pack things are actually top panels of different mattresses that are ready to go. This is actually the Leesa original one right here. They're all over the place. And one kind of cool thing about the whole process here at this facility is that everything is being made all at once. It's not really a linear process where they start with the base and then make the cover at the end. So all the components are being made all the time, ready to go to be assembled into a new mattress. All right, so on this tour, one of the things that I was most personally interested in is this device right behind me. This is a Rollator durability test. We do a lot of mattress testing, but one thing we can't really test for is really how long your mattress is gonna last. I've only been testing mattresses for 6 years, and a mattress is usually warranted for 10 years. So that's not really something we're able to do, but this machine is actually designed to simulate the entire lifespan of a mattress. And every time 3Z Brands comes up with a new mattress model or pours new types of foams, really test the components with this machine. So you can be rest assured that if you order a 3Z mattress, it has probably undergone this test. And the CEO of the company during our tour really emphasized that their priority is durability with their mattresses.
So before going on this factory tour, I had a lot of questions about the entire mattress making process. Again, I've tested hundreds of mattresses at this point, but I haven't really gotten to see how they're made in person. And I learned a ton. The coil making process was one of the things I was most interested in, and seeing how it goes from just a big spool of wire to the entire support system for a mattress was super cool to see. I was really excited about it. Learning about the foam pouring process was also something that I was very interested in, and I learned a lot from Neil, the foam chemist. The fact that every foam is slightly different thanks to its chemical makeup really explains how they can make so many different mattresses in the same facility and have them all be a bit different. The sheer size of the facility was also incredibly impressive. I wasn't really sure what to expect when I arrived, but I didn't expect it to be this big. Also, for some reason, I expected the process to be much more linear, like they start with the base layer of coils or foam, and then they make the comfort foam, and then they put the whole mattress together. And that's essentially how they do it, but every component is being made all at once, so it's not really a linear process. One thing I was also curious about was how they keep all their organic materials certified, and they actually have an entire separate room that's inspected by an independent organization at least once a year. The sheer number of varieties of mattresses and foams being made here are also super impressive. That was something that I was also a little bit skeptical about. How do they make all their mattresses different? And it was really easy to see how. It was also very informative to talk with the people who actually design and make these mattresses. Those are actually going to be in separate videos if you want to check those out. We talked to some really knowledgeable brand reps. And also I learned that there is a showroom here in Phoenix, Arizona that is open to the public if you want to test out these mattresses yourself. All right, so we are in one of 3Z Brand's many different mattress showrooms that are actually open to the public if you have to live in Phoenix, but this is for their photo studio. They got lots of cool stuff in here, including lights and many different mattresses, as you can see.
We tested lots of beds from Helix, Bear, Birch, and my favorite, the Helix Sunset Luxe.
So my favorite's actually from Leesa, and that's in an entirely different room. This place is massive. 3Z set up a couple of showrooms with virtually every single mattress that they make available for testing. Fortunately for me, in our Reno office, we've had pretty much every single one of these mattresses come through, aside from 3. 2 of them actually don't ship in a regular box. They are only available to people in the Phoenix showroom. So if you happen to live in Phoenix, you want to check those beds out. Those are pretty darn nice. And then one other mattress that has not yet been released. I was also able to chat with some 3Z brand leadership, namely the brand lead for Bear and for Leesa, to talk about their design philosophy and how they approach making new mattresses, and ask if there's any friendly competition between all the brands within 3Z. And one nice bonus was that I was able to test out dozens and dozens of mattresses without having to move any of them like we normally do at our office in Reno.
All right, so we are just wrapping up our tour of the 3Z Brands mattress facility. It's been a very fun and informative trip. I was able to test out some mattresses I have never seen before because they're only sold at this showroom here in Phoenix, Arizona. We're able to tour their entire factory where they make all of these mattresses from start to finish, all in-house. We're able to see how the coils get made, foam's getting poured, fabrics being stitched, and mattresses being roll packed and put into boxes ready to ship. If you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you let us know in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful or informative in any way, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That helps us out quite a lot. But that's going to do it for me. This is Own a CNET. I'll see you in the next one.